Speak live on LBC News to get a view from Dale Vince, founder of Ecotricity, chairman of Forest Green Rovers FC and a Labour Party donor. Good afternoon, Dale.
Afternoon, how you doing?
I'm very well. So what do you make of GB Energy? Will it work?
Yeah, it'll absolutely work because at the moment, or up until now, we've allowed the private sector to own all of our renewable energy assets, particularly in the North Sea. And most of the benefit of that has left our country to foreign owners. So to have it publicly owned by the people of Britain, I think is a great idea.
How long will it take for bills to come down? We were promised in the election campaign that will be the idea.
Yeah, that is the idea. I think it's going to take a few years to build some offshore wind farms. I imagine it's going to take 4 or 5 years to get something off the ground that's not been started on yet. But bills can come down sooner than that. There are a couple of market reforms that we can make that can bring bills down by something like £10 billion a year if we just change the way the energy market is structured. That's very short term.
How important is it that the government looks at leaky homes? We have some of the leakiest housing stock in Europe.
Yeah, I mean, it's super important that we don't waste energy. We get the biggest return for every pound we spend from energy efficiency measures. And so it makes a great deal of sense. And while we're there insulating homes, we should install solar rooftops as well. And I believe batteries so that we can create a great distributed generator and battery storage facility to balance the grid and also provide the energy that we need. We published a study about a year ago that showed that a quarter of everything we need to build right now by 2030 is sat waiting to be built on our rooftops or on our homes, just our homes.
Are most households going to have to prepare to change their gas boiler in the near future if we're to meet the targets?
Well, I think Boris Johnson's plan was to ban the sale of new gas boilers in about 5 years' time, I think. Rishi Sunak rode back on that. I'm not sure it's the most sensible thing at all. We do have an alternative, which is to make gas from grass and just change the gas in the system rather than move away from gas to electric heat pumps. I think we'll end up with a blended outcome probably. I don't think there's an imminent ban on boilers coming from Labour.
Do you think that it is important that nuclear power, as the Prime Minister says, is very much part of the mix?
Well, I don't actually. Not new nuclear. The stuff that we've already got, and Hinkley, which is in progress, it's 10 years late and billions over budget, but it will come. I think that's fine. But these mini nukes, to distribute them around the country, we don't even know the cost of energy because nobody will talk about it. When we see that, I think it'll be a pretty obvious decision that they're at least 10 years away, and it'll be probably the most expensive electricity we've ever seen.
It's reported that you've donated to £5 million to Labour. If that's right, what do you get back for that?
Well, they won the election, and that's what I wanted.
Thank you very much for joining me live. Good to talk to you, Dale Vince.